All right, part 3. You knew this was coming. Stop shifting your weight. It's killing your game and it doesn't create any power. What? Why would I say that? Well, we just talked about golf is a circular game. So we create power on a circle, not in a straight line. We're not doing this giant Ferris wheel type swing where we're going straight back and up and chopping down. No, we can't. It's a circle, so we create power going this way around our body. Shifting weight feels powerful because I'm loading aside, but it has nothing to do with the swing. If I take the club back to the top and I shift my weight to the right, I feel power. It feels really tense in here. Wow, that's amazing. But shifting my weight to the left doesn't actually hit the ball at all. I hit the ball with the arms and the arms, the hands, and the body. Look at that speed right there. It's in my arm, hitting the ball hard with my right arm. I talked about this a million times. I'm not hitting, if I shift my weight around, nothing happens. So all I'm doing is moving around. Here's the biggest problem. Y'all shift your weight, or the viewers here who shift their weight, you're never gonna hit the ball consistently in the same spot ever. And that's the #1 fundamental in golf. Here's what happens. This post right here represents my ball position, and it's also kind of representing my center of my swing. So when I shift to the right or off the ball, I've moved my center of my swing off the ball. So all of a sudden, I've got to get back to where I started. So I've got to shift back, hit the ball, in some really Herculean effort of timing this up. It's really difficult. You got to time this motion up with something that happens at a millisecond at impact. Never happens that way. It's never going to happen. You're human. I'm human, you're human. So it's much simpler to return the club to the same spot every time, which you want if you want consistent contact, if you turn in a circle around your body and keep the weight in one spot. Check that out. So this shifting does nothing for me. It makes me look like a good hula dancer. But here's the key. To take the club across your chest, put some weight on your front side, turn keeping that weight on your front side, and that weight's gonna keep you centered over the ball for consistent contact. If I turn centered over the ball and I don't shift off of this post, the chance of me hitting the ground in the same spot every time is dramatically increased. I can tell you I barely hit a fat shot because I'm never moving off the ball. If anything, I'll hit a little thin because I hit in front of the ball. So, best way to practice this is actually to get a setup similar to this. Focus on keeping the weight on your left side, take the club back and turn, keeping that weight forward. Load up actually about 70% at the top of your backswing. This will ensure that you're not reverting to your old habit, okay? So, load it up and then hit the ball. And you're gonna return that club to the same spot every time. Sounds simple, because it is. We're taking out many moving parts. We're breaking this down to the roots, y'all. And I know it's contrary to a lot of stuff you're being taught, because the people that are teaching this stuff now, that's what they were taught. This stuff that I'm teaching you has been around forever. It's not like this is new. This is stack and tilt golf machine. It's all the same, in the same area. It just makes sense though. Swing's a circle. So I shouldn't move my circle to the right, I shouldn't move my circle to the left. I should just keep my circle in one spot. Here's my circle. I will hit the ball in the same spot every time if I do that every time. It's so much simpler than trying to shift, lift, and then drop and hit. Let's knock out those motions and do this instead. These 3 things that I show you today are 3 commonly taught errors in golf instruction today. I'm not knocking the instructors, I am knocking the information that's being taught, because when I went through PGA school, the wrong stuff is in the manual. Plain and simple, the manual's outdated. Everybody's being taught it. So, you need to know what you're learning, and this is what you need to learn, because it works darn near every time. Yes, I know this. You will experience good results too. This is the stuff that took my game from shooting high 80s and low 90s as an aspiring PGA pro into shooting mid 75 around even par in a span of 2 weeks of switching. 2 weeks. Passed my PAT, moved on with my life, became a PGA member because I switched to something simpler. It made sense, but the world won't tell you to do it because they say, no, that's that stacking tilt, you can't do it. But if you're as fed up as I was, which I know a lot of you are because you're on the internet searching around, stop searching. It's all right here. And the greener pastures are over here. Come on, come on. We're out of Egypt. We're coming out of Egypt. We're 40 years in the desert, and then boom, beautiful land flowing with milk and honey right here. So, golfers and golfettes, thanks for tuning in. I hope that this video will provide much value for your game as it did for me, and I will look forward to teaching you in a future episode. Have an awesome week.